Hey there, folks. I'm Zerfall.
I'm the MysteriousJG.
And by this grayed out screen, you can see that we're playing a KOA game.
KOA. Are we actually recording now? I wasn't sure.
We are in actually recording now.
Oh, wow.
And hopefully we're actually recording for actual this time.
For reals. An IG Fukuzawa production of a Spike Lee joint. Oh, we should have taken a minute to remind ourselves of who suggested this game so we could give them mad props.
Oh, that's right.
But it is Japan 1581 in the Iga province. And I'm eager to get going. So I can find it. Well, not in the mobile video, probably.
I'm sure we knew it the first time we recorded this too, but that was 3 months ago.
A long time ago. Japan, the land of the rising moon. I'm gonna do my Santucci voice. A young one. Oh wait, no, never mind. This is a different guy. You should do this guy.
Young one, the army of Oda Nobunaga will arrive by sunrise. Although hopelessly outnumbered, we, Iga Ninja, will resist as long as we are able.
I'm not that eager to be a ninja today if we're all gonna die.
You are too young to help us. Run now to the secret village and seek training from the elder.
The elder is over 8 years old. You're too young.
Well, Nobunaga is alive. You will be hunted as an outlaw. But one day, when you are ready, you may take revenge.
Revenge of the Ninja. There has to be a movie entitled Revenge of the Ninja. Probably several, actually.
Oh, here's the training sequence.
In 1581, the warlord Oda Nobunaga sent a vast army to Iga as part of his effort to conquer all of Japan. A small band of Iga ninja tried to defend, but were soon overwhelmed by Nobunaga's ambition and hordes. When it was over, all that remained was a nightmarish landscape ravaged by flame. And then Cao Cao went to the flames! The flames! So
I'm trying to
basically,
remember the
Nobunaga's-
battle where Cao got killed because they had the big firestorm on the boats.
Oh, Trivy, yeah, because Guan Yu used basically used freaking X-Men powers. Well, no one avenged Nobunaga's crimes. You know, Cow as you called him, or KO as he is also known, died at Shirby.
Now that's us at the top.
Looks like someone's about to avenge Nobunaga's crime. Oh, we missed. Wide to the right. Inindo, Way of the Ninja. Copyright 1993. KOEI Corporation.
Oh, this is the old elder.
Momoichi was wise to have sent you to me. Though old, still I can teach you much of the secret art of ninjutsu. Nobunaga thinks he's all that. Nobunaga thinks he has destroyed all the Iga ninja. If he learns you are here, he will surely send men after you. You must be prepared.
Oh, so he's gonna help us get to level 1.
My granddaughter Ray. Oh, it's Grandpa, Cherry Hill Temple. My granddaughter Ray will train alongside you. Although small, she has Sailor Mars powers. She fights with great skill. We'll begin training at once. Hey, if that's Grandpa and she's Ray, does that mean that you're Chad? Sailor Moon fans will get it and be embarrassed that they did.
Oh man, he's swinging through the trees.
He's the ultimate. He's like American Ninja Warrior, except he's not American.
It's like an American Ninja Warrior in Japan.
It's like Japan's answer to American Ninja Warrior.
Now we've got to run into her later in the game, but
I hope so. Otherwise, this makes. And don't you really look like you're the villain here?
Yeah, you look like an '80s bad guy.
You look like you're the leader, like you're Terry Silva. You're like the leader of the Cobra Kai dojo. Train well for great justice, and also great danger lies ahead. And it's still an Inindo way of the ninja. Don't think that's changed.
Yeah. Listen up, punks.
And now, intro number 3.
No. Okay. So, we're gonna go ahead and begin a new game here for the second time.
So why don't you tell the people a little bit about the game while I try to see if I can locate the... go grab my playlist and get the name of the person who actually suggested we play this, because like when we saw it, we were both kind of like, oh yeah, duh, of course we should play this.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is a game, I played this game quite a bit when I was a kid, but I was never really that good at it. And,
which will become apparent, folks, as we continue.
But I think part of it was I just didn't understand the sort of back end. You're supposed to be helping to overthrow Nobunaga by helping.
Oh, you're just kind of advancing straightforward as like leveling up and waiting for the plot to tell you where
and
to
just
go.
Like going from town to town and not really paying attention to where they're telling me to go and whatnot. But you're supposed to be doing, as a ninja, you can also become a hired assassin and whatnot and go do spy missions and all that sort of crap for various lords. And what you need to do is gain their trust. So when you're like, you know, actually, I think Nobunaga's kind of a jerk, they're like, you know what? You looked at the hidden documents our neighbors had, so I think you're a trustworthy guy.
Yeah, you're going around spying on people. Clearly, we can trust you. By the way, I found the username of the person who recommended we watch this, and at the risk of being a dick, I'm really disappointed. The YouTube user who recommended we play this is simply named Chris.
So thanks, Chris, for the suggestion. Yeah, when we both saw it, we were like, yeah, that's a great idea.
I'm like, wait a second, how did you get the username Chris? How could that not have been taken? Is this the original Chris on YouTube? I don't know. But no, Chris watched our available on YouTube now. If you're looking for more of our nonsense, you watched Super Show Monster Story, the 89 video LP that took us 3 years to complete. Oh, I can see you on a subscriber list. I don't see myself. But anyway, but no, he recommended it based on our love of RPGs and KOEI games, and yeah, seems like a no-brainer. So I have not been watching the screen.
So you know what? Let's just leave this here.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna leave this like this for now. You will understand in about 7 or 8 videos.
This might be the place to acknowledge that when, with a whole bunch of videos in the bank, Zerfall went to finally start uploading them and realized, oops, seemed to have misplaced video number 1.
Yes, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. It's not on my hard drive, so I must have done something to it poorly. But
well, there'll be even more fun if Bobo and I can ever get together at my place where my PS4 isn't finished. We started recording the Dynasty Warriors 8 Woo story mode like before Donald Trump had even announced his candidacy. So it's just a different world we were living in, and I never uploaded any of them because we didn't finish. Kylo.
Thank goodness you're here. There's been suspicious characters about, like Serena and Amy. The Elder's looking for you. Hurry to him.
So see, we could literally run to the Elder right away, but it would just advance the plot. Nobunaga's thugs are on their way. Run to the village Elder.
No, I'll take my time. I don't feel like I'm that rushed. Good luck, Kalu. Kalo? Is that it?
It's the best part is I keep hitting the guys that don't say his name. When Nobunaga's men arrive, you won't be safe anywhere in the village.
If they come huggle you.
So yeah, there's no
shops for us.
No shops in this first town.
Kaido, you're grounded. Your training has made you strong. We're counting on you to defeat Nobunaga. That's gonna work out for us, right?
Yeah, he's had all the best training. Always, the punishment always fits the crime. I guess that's it for the...
Lord Goda expect much of you.
Yeah, I think this is the elder I'd been voicing. So.
Lord Goda, I've been looking for you. Nobunaga has sent elite troops against us. It's too dangerous to remain here. You've learned much from me, but now you must go off on your own. I got you from level 0 to level 1. Flee to the ancient dungeon just north of here, where you will find a secret password. It's password, but the A is an @ sign. Something something gain you entry to the training grounds north of Mount Fuji. And whatever crazy name you and Bobo had for Mount Fuji in Uncharted Waters. Where you can learn more of the secret ninja arts and become the American Ninja Warrior. Only then can you turn your thoughts towards revenge against Nobunaga and his army of robots.
Oh, everyone's taking off. Oh no, it's Nobunaga's men!
And his robots. Elder, you must flee.
I'm off to the dungeon.
Ooh, let's follow her.
And then she's not in the dungeon we go to, so obviously she's just gone back to where she works or something.
She's at a different kind of dungeon. And I'm just gonna pretend Nobunaga is personally leading these guys. Halt. It's a young Iga ninja. Let's get him.
Hold.
It's not Obama leading these ninjas. Top Ninja and Ninja Shadows.
Yeah, this guy's the top ninja. 13 damage. Poor Caillou.
He's America's Top Ninja. Whoa, is that how it's pronounced?
That was over half our health in one hit. We've learned
It's
no
almost
magic
like we're being punished for some horrible thing that we did, like using to give up a shovel.
Well, let's go ahead and attack him. I'm sure we'll be able to do some pretty okay damage here.
Yeah, we already took a critical hit, but I think we can come back from this. America's Top Ninja.
He's just rattling his sabers at us, and it's doing so much damage. Caillou is defeated. Caillou is injured. In this game, you will not necessarily die right away when you lose a battle. You can get injured several times as long as you visit a doctor in between injurings.
Injurings. This is the end for you, Iga Spy.
Wait, stop! Aikichi Mitsuhide has rebelled against Nobunaga at Hanoji Temple.
Well, okay. You pronounced Akechi wrong. That's fine. And at least you managed to correctly pronounce Mitsuhide. Other than the fact that you didn't make it 8 syllables long. Akechi rebelled. We'd better go attack him at once. Leave this ninja boy for later.
And they never regretted it.
It's not like he's going to go somewhere. Oh, I don't suppose they know that the ninja who emerges years later to kill Nobunaga is this little ninja boy. KO. KO. Daylight come and we want to go home.
Can you hear me? Good, you're still alive. I told you to run. I just stood there and I'm fine. I can only do one final thing for you.
Caillou is suddenly healed.
I cannot help you anymore. It's up to you alone. My daughter, who showed up in the intro scene, will never appear again. Nobunaga must be stopped.
Oh, he's going to another dimension.
Oh no. Master Roshi!
Alright, so, and like everyone left town through the top. So you're like, okay, we probably have to leave town through the top.
Nope, they're all hiding behind those trees like, is the master okay?
Yeah. So, I mean, the only thing you find up here is the classic KOEI dance real fast when you walk against something.
We can't even find out what this port's trade good is.
Oh, and I forgot that this game has an in-game almost fast forward. Like you're walking fast enough that it's actually kind of hard to control.
Well, you are a ninja.
That's the one thing he learned while he was here, how to walk real fast. And and there's a day-night cycle. Oh, I was hoping there was
There's a
sneaky down there.
life cycle. Well, we will, in later videos, which are in our past, we will run into issues with panicking that, oh no, the day-night cycle, and there is a hard deadline by which you have to kill Nobunaga or the game ends. But apparently, for the one fact that was fairly extensive, like, the guy never ran into that. But we still are pretty panicky about not wasting any time moving around above ground where the day-night cycle actually happens.
And you do most of your grinding in dungeons where it stops happening.
And we do want to come to the dungeon anyway to look for that girl.
I do think we have a few medicines on us to get us through this first little bit.
Oh, shrooms. This is, however, one of those games, folks, which leads to weird decision making, especially when you're using save states, where leveling up gives you full HP and MP. It's like, we should be getting out of here, but if we fight one more time, we might level up.
Let's search. Caillou opened the treasure chest. Medicine is inside. Medicine was taken. Caillou doesn't like the taste of medicine.
Then someone tries to take the medicine away from Caillou, and suddenly Caillou wants it all for himself.
Oh, the enemy's off balance, so we're going to take our chance to move here. So this is sort of like a little bit, you know, like Live Alive, I guess, where you have to...
Or, I keep forgetting the name of it. Robotrek.
And you can attack once after you move, but you do half damage.
I think this centipede is off balance.
He's
it's like,
really
oh my
off
god,
balance.
I'm so giant. What the hell? I'm scared of my own giantness.
Well, I mean, if you ended up off balance when you have that many legs, something must have gone really wrong for you.
Oh man, can you imagine what would happen if, like, you were a millipede and suddenly 500 of your feet fell asleep?
Oh man, these pins and needles are everywhere. I think that's the right way. Not that I don't want to go the right way, but I kind of want to make sure we get all the treasure.
Yeah, I don't think it made a difference in this one, but yeah, we, like so many RPGs of the genre, we are going to, RPGs of the genre, whatever that means, we are going to spend a lot of time trying to second guess which is going to lead us to treasure and which is going to lead us to advance, because we want treasure first. Although the treasure chests in this game have not been particularly great.
No, they're mostly... Well, I mean, yeah, there's
not like
there's times where you go way out of your way and then it's like, what's in here? The cheapest medicine you can find. Okay, but we leveled up.
Oh, so it's like we find the store brand Tylenol instead of regular Tylenol.
Yeah. I mean, it works, but it doesn't have that coating that makes it taste better.
Yeah, it's like candy. It's the same colored coating, but it's like the texture is weird. He's like, I'm a connoisseur. Oh, folks, I know me some ibuprofen knockoffs.
Oh,
which raises a story. I didn't know that I'd ever get a chance to talk about this in an LP video, but I buy daily vitamins, and then I decided I didn't like the ones that you have to swallow with liquid, and the gummy ones were the same price, so I bought a whole thing of gummy vitamins. Then I forgot it in my car one day when I bought a whole bunch of them at the grocery store.
And they became one gummy vitamin.
They became one monster gummy. But they're kind of expensive, so what I did is I attempted to... I pried the whole thing out of the jar. Display password. And then would, like, every day I would rip off approximately 2 gummies worth from this mass glob.
Oh, we got attacked by 2 guys at once.
That's because we're close to the password. Now the rats are desperate to stop us. I don't know if it's video 1 or video 2, and I apologize if this crops up in video 2, but we had a lot of fun with the idea that my forces will rule Japan. I will smite the Hojo. I will destroy the Takada no Uesugi. But the true threat to the mighty armies of the Oda are the monstrous giant rats of the local caves.
Now, one thing I think we have going for us is that you can only move so far ahead in the field, so we're only getting attacked by 1 guy right now because the rats couldn't move up to make 2 of them attack us at the same time. But the same thing happens on the opposite side for the enemy. If there's an enemy at the very, very far left, only one of your guys can do physical attacks to them.
Well, I mean, mildest possible spoilers, but we will eventually encounter battles where we're a bit overwhelmed and need to level, and we will also eventually have other party members to move around on the map. But yeah, at the beginning of the game, we're like fighting 1 or 2 weak enemies, and generally, if you're smart, you can kill one off before the second one gets in position to hit you more than once or twice.
Caillou opens the treasure chest. Password is inside. Password was taken.
Okay, so taken is the password, right? Just T-A-K-E-N?
Yep. Let's see if we can... can we look at the password here?
The password is taken.
Oh, this is info. Here's our stats. Here's our hero. He's got more hair than it looks like when he's outside of combat. But
or when you watch him in the cartoon.
Yeah.
So why do you suppose Caillou has no hair? I mean, I don't know.
It could be any reason, but there's
any number of sinister reasons.
So right now there's literally nothing special about us. So you go here, skills. Oops, magic, no magic spells. No special skills. Other characters will learn skills as you level up, but our character has to go to temples and learn them by capturing a gem and bring it to the village elder.
I believe, and these are all things, we're revealing things we did not know when we recorded video 1 way back when, but I'm pretty sure that eventually the player character probably has a higher, limit to how powerful he can get than any of your companions can pick up. But I might be wrong about that, because we definitely are picking up some guys with healing magic, which I don't think the player character really gets much of.
Yeah, you definitely need to have some of your bros. With you for the gameplay. And you have to convince them. It's similar to Uncharted Waters, but a little more in-depth, where people actually have a trust gauge. And you have to be a high enough level for them to want to join you. You have to have gotten them to trust you enough. Some of them prefer you to beat them up.
You can beat them up to earn their respect, yeah. I was going to say you have to put your bros before your hoes, but there are, I believe, kunoichi that show up in the game. So apparently it is possible for you to put hoes before bros if you'd rather take that approach.
Yeah, well, it depends on how you lay your party out, right?
And eventually we'll need something more powerful than 3-point star, and apparently rather than changing the material it's made of, you just put more points on your stars.
Oh yeah, the more points your star has, the more damage it does.
So did you know that a 4-point star cannot, say, like an 800-point star, where each point is just a tiny little bump in the surface of a smooth wheel?
Yeah, it's way more damage. There's more points touching them, and everyone knows that you want to do more hit points of damage.
I guess. No, I'm thinking like a 4-point star. You can get 2 of those points to stick into somebody pretty darn good. But if you have like 9 points, I guess if you're throwing it really hard,
you're thinking about physics.
Yeah, that's a mistake. We're talking about ninjas. These guys could like walk on water. No, they could run on water. They couldn't walk on water.
No, they weren't Jesus. They were ninjas.
They weren't Jesus.
No,
so they were like
Ninja Jesus.
They were like Jesus, but faster. Jesus could turn he could take the loaves and the fishes and make them feed thousands. A ninja would like poison the fish and the loaves so that thousands died. Because, assassins.
Yeah, this is their job. Yeah, I'm just doing my job here.
12 gold seized in exchange for a shovel that you didn't really want to part with.
So, I mean, we're working our way out of here now pretty handily.
What is our actual character that we are going with called? Is it Mr. Zerf?
It's Mr. Zerf, but Mr. is spelt out like the first part of mystery.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
Because we had more room for characters this time, unlike in RoboTruck where they only gave us 4.
I didn't want to scare anyone to thinking that we're really going to play the whole game.
Yeah, we are not playing the whole game as Caillou. It was a bit of an inside joke, and then I didn't want to have to rewrite it. I think this is the right way.
So we're on video 7, which at Zerf's upload rate will be sometime in 2020. I will suddenly go on a thing. Oh, You better do this, sir. It's Mr. Zerf.
Suddenly, I came upon Nobunaga's forces. Luckily, I ducked into the high grass before they saw me, where I was bit by a caterpie.
I used Harden attack. That's because he got bit by that cute girl in the dungeon.
My first impulse was to attack, but there were too many of his men nearby.
Oh, it's actually Nobunaga.
Staying low and holding my breath, I waited for Nobunaga's army to pass. You better get used to these sweet cutscenes, people, because they happen every time.
Is that what we're telling people? Greetings, Ninja. I'm Kimono. We will meet again.
See ya!
I'm not really sure what we met this time, but that's the thing.
So, next we meet, we will have gone back into the dungeon to level up. Eventually, dungeons run dry of monsters when you reach a certain level, or at least the first dungeon does.
You literally killed every rat and caterpillar in that place.
But next time, join us as we head towards Mount Fuji to learn our first true ninja technique. I'm Zerfall.
I'm MysteriousJG. Looking forward to allying ourselves with the Takeda, the Uesugi, and the giant rats.
See ya.